Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are having session three on machine learning for everyone, which is regression versus classification. So earlier in my session one and session two, we have discussed what is machine learning, why machine learning is required, type of machine learning, basically two, supervised and unsupervised, how you can solve a business problem using machine learning, all of that concepts. Today we are going to discuss two most important topic of supervised learning, you can say, regression and classification. Let's get started. So this is the question for you. If you're able to uh, answer this question, your understanding of regression and classification is almost cleared. So question is, if I ask you to predict your friend's percentage in the board exam, would you give me a specific number or a category? A number means 70%, 80%, or 40%, or category means pass or fail. I think it's the answer that comes into your mind is clear that of course percentage. If I want to predict a percentage of my friend, it would be a numeric value, right? And if I want to predict a category, if he's going to pass or fail, or if he's going to get distinctions, or fail in the exam, or first class, second class, or something like that. So that will be a category, right? So I think your understanding of regression and classification is almost got cleared. So regression is predicting numbers. If I want to put it into a simpler terms, regression is when the computer predicts a number. Uh, for examples, predicting house prices, predicting tomorrow's temperature, predicting marks in an exam. So I know you must be thinking about this diagram. Let me give you a example of that. So this is a sample data of me of of in one column you can see hours of number of hours of study a student will get for exam and number of marks he or she achieved in that exam. So you can see here is a scatter plot. This graph is called a scatter plot. Let me tell you how if you have to make this graph in Excel, how you can make it is click both the columns, go to insert, and here you can see the scatter plot and click on that and your scatter plot is ready. I already plotted the scatter plot, so I'm not plotting it again. So here I'll show you that what is this dots you can see. So if you see in first, when I am putting my cursor in the first dot, it shows 1 comma 3.49. So what is 1? If you see the first row of the data is hours of study is 1 hour and marks in exam is 3.49. That row is representing a data point in this graph. You can see it's on axis, it's one value at 1 hour, and on y-axis where marks is there, it's showing 3.49. So this is the scatter plot, and you can see that it's plotting a kind of a straight line here in this graph. Okay, so now let's go to the classification one. So classification is basically predicting labels or a group. So if you see this kind of scatter plot, you can differentiate between this category or this category. For example, cat or dog, pass or fail, which is also a category. Spam in email, you must know that there are some spam email or regular email, it's not spam email. You can create a category or label between these two. So let me give you an example for a category, for a classification as well. So here is the data. Let's imagine if you are, this is a selection of a particular sports team. You can say football. Let's example take a football. This is the number of parameter a student is required. A student should have a good speed and strength to get selected in a particular sports team, football team. These are the data of different students, and if a student is selected in a team, the selected column shows A. No, sorry, not selected, then it's A, and B is selected. Okay, you can see there are B's also there in the data. And if I create a scatter plot between these two columns, speed and strength, you can see speed is here on y-axis and strength is here on x-axis. You can see clearly that number of students selected and number of students not selected, you can differentiate between two is this blank area. They are creating a some kind of a group here, right? Group one is not selected and group two here is selected one. So you can, I think now you can able to relate this graph into this graph, that this is the classification, that this border which I am, this is the kind of, you can say this line is a model. This model will able to help me differentiate between this category and this category. Okay. And in regression, this model is a straight line. You can say there's a straight line. And what this model is doing is it basically shows me that in which direction my uh, prediction is going, right? So yeah, that's it from my side. If you have any question, please comment it. I love to answer your comments and any queries you have. You can also reach out me in LinkedIn and any other in mail also. Yeah, thank you so much.